break another heart, you're gonna tell another lie.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Start McCleary. I'm Sean, and today I kind of want to do a sequel to the video I did. Remember that video I did, the decline of lead changes? Well, some people seem to like that video, so I decided to continue that series with starting in 1979, the first year where some of the races were broadcasted from start to finish. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to be doing from 1979 to 2000. In 1979, we had 688 lead changes throughout the year, the first year that was televised from flag to flag. And now, 1980. 1980 saw an increase of lead changes. We went from 688 to 737. And then in 1981, we even saw a bigger increase from 737 to 769 lead changes. And then in 1982, it started to decline. We went from 769 to 719. And then in 83, we went to the 600s, and it will stay that way until the Chase era. It went from 719 to 625 lead changes. And then in 84, it increased a little bit. We went from 625 to 656. Fun season. And then we got to the worst year in the 80s, 1985 with lead changes. We only had 501, but I'm going to cut 85 a break because that was the least amount of races that we had in one season, 28 since the modern era, so I'm going to give it that. 1986, we had 610 lead changes, fun season. Then in 1987, we only had 529 lead changes. And then we saw an increase in 1988 where we had 584 lead changes. And then in 1989, we went back to the 600s with 607 lead changes. And now we get to NASCAR's best time, the 90s. Let's start out with 1990. In 1990, we had 473 lead changes, the least amount that we had so far. But we saw a big increase with lead changes in 1991 with 549 lead changes. And then in 1992, even though the story was really good in 92 with the championship battle and everything, we had the least amount of lead changes that will happen in this video with only 419 lead changes. Then we saw an increase in 1993 with 547 lead changes throughout the year. And we even saw another increase in 1994 where we had 593 lead changes, the exact amount that we had in 2017. But then in 1995, we saw a decrease with only 533 lead changes. But it went back up in 1996 where we had 597 lead changes throughout the year. But then in 1997, we kind of went down with only 537 lead changes. Then in 1998, we went up to 555 lead changes in the year. And now we get to 1999. We had 647 lead changes. It's the first time that we reached the 600 since 1989. And then the final year I'm going to talk about this video is 2000. This is the last year where we had like 34 races or less than 36, where we only had 667 lead changes throughout the year. So that's the rest of the series right there. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm Start McCleary, out.